Hello once again, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, again with our kind of twofer episodes where we have another Gentle Giant unboxing. We've kind of talked through this if you want to see a little more about the whole Gentle Giant thing that we collect. You can check on the last episode that dropped just before this one. So we're just going to kind of try to shorten things by going through this a little bit faster. It's a twofer because in addition to this, we're going to share some items that we picked up from Galaxy's Edge on our recent trip. So why don't we get right to it? And today, I think I'm going to try unboxing upside down. And the reason for this is that, as I've mentioned, and if you've seen the last episode or any other of my older episodes, you will know this to be true. There is a great amount of packing peanuts that are kind of here. Now, I want to try doing this from upside down, and no, I don't mean the upside down, I mean just upside down, in an effort to, and this seemed to work better because, so if you open this up from the bottom, there are still packing peanuts, but this allows you to not have to sift through as many. By the way, fun fact, I believe these packing peanuts are edible. I wouldn't advise eating them, but they're edible in that they are biodegradable. I think I lost one. There we go. I always like to just kind of sift through, make sure there was, I don't think there was anything else. Gentle Giant doesn't do anything small. That's why they're called Gentle Giant. All right, so what do we got? All right, kind of continuing with our previously unreleased series, we have the Gentle Giant Jumbo Vintage, or in this case Vintage Inspired Concept Darth Vader. Okay, if you take a look at it, and I'll get a close-up of him, I'm going to take him out of the box in a moment, but if you get a good look at him, first of all, you'll see that he's kind of have a blue, he has a blue hue to him, because this is based on the original Ralph McQuarrie painting, and the original Ralph McQuarrie painting did have him kind of in a grayish blue tint while he's fighting Luke Skywalker. So, and again, if you look on the back, you got, there's the concept art this is based on. There's been a lot of things released with this type of concept art. I actually have a Kotobukiya statue up in the corner behind the camera. There have been, Hasbro has released concept figures, I think maybe Black Series as well. I'm not 100% sure about that one, but it's pretty cool. And there's some other concept action figures coming. We have Luke Skywalker, which I think I've put in an advanced order for. Stormtrooper, Han Solo, and C-3PO. I don't think these three have been released yet. I think, or even concepted up yet. I think that they're they're like pipeline. That's why they're showing the art and not actual figures. So there's a lot of figures coming. And I was laughing because in the last episode I said I think Gentle Giant produced about 50 to 60, probably closer to 60, of the original vintage figures in jumbo 12-inch form, right? Meaning 3 3/4 inch figures that originally they were 3 3/4, went into the 70s and 80s, and then they turned them into 12-inch jumbo versions of those figures. In the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my God, are they going to go through the entire 90, 95 original figures? But they seem to have stopped doing the original ones, or at least they've pulled way back. And then I breathed a sigh of relief, which was too premature, because then they decided to start coming up with concept figures and figures from, like, if you looked at the last episode, the Mandalorian in his Beskar with his jetpack. I'm like, oh no, this could go on indefinitely. So that's all right. As far as will I collect them all? Well, we'll see. I think I got most of the original. I mean, I didn't do all the variants. There was a couple of variants I didn't do. There was some con exclusives. I didn't go crazy with those. And I do take these circular stickers off only because I am going to take it out of the package. And as I've said on previous episodes, I love this packaging because it allows you. I just store the packaging elsewhere. I put the figure up in the glass case. You can see the corner of the glass case right here. It's up there. Look on some previous episodes, you can see like tours of the whole place. But I just love that it kind of comes off and there's a nice, it unfolds. Take your figure out. Ooh, this looks like it just has, it does have some some rubber bandy kind of things, which I'm not going to keep. I just want to make sure I don't damage the figure. Okay, there's one. We're going to do it from this side. There's two. And that's it. But I will keep everything in there in an effort to keep, you know, when the time comes, if I decide I want to sell it, I can very easily get it back into its container and sell it as a displayed piece. One thing I do like to point out to people, though, that I'm not in the business of collecting to make money. I did have my yard sale on a previous episode. Most of those funds are basically how I invest more in the collection, by collecting newer other items that I'd rather collect. And kind of that's what most collectors do. They have to make room in their collection for other items. So that's kind of what we do. All right, so here he is. Oh my God, this is incredible. This is such a cool thing. Now you can see, I'll try to, yeah, if I lean it into the light, you can see how he's got a blue and black tint, right? But he's got, for those of you who remember, the 5 POA like normal. I love that he comes with the old-fashioned, this is how we did the saber, right? It was kind of injected into the arm, and it was just a slot. Now in the old days, those smaller figures, it was really easy to lose that saber, even though it was kind of permanently set up in there. Comes with this cape, and now I love this. He's got a holster. No gun, but he's got a holster, which I think is fantastic. But if you look a good close look, you can see how the face is more elongated. Kind of almost has, you know, almost like a Japanese samurai look to it, which is I think what Macquarie was going for. So just a fantastic rendition. It's got the nice vinyl cape. This is a nice rendition of a what if figure. So pretty cool. Now, does it pass the stand test? Easily passes the stand test. So excellent job. So that is the item for from the Gentle Giant shipment. Now let's talk about 2 items from the Galaxy's Edge. One of them, if you've been watching the channel, you will probably recognize, and that is our RC droid. Funny little story, when I made the RC unit, they did not have any of these nifty cardboard fold-out boxes, and I really wanted one because I had one from a previous build, but sadly the flooding that happened in my basement, that happened to be on the ground, so it did sadly get sacrificed. So I wanted another one, and they're free, but they didn't have any at the time. But I went in the next day and I saw people walking around with the boxes, so I asked them and they said, oh yeah, sure, here you go. So here is, let me get them. Here is RC. I haven't named him other than RC. Let's see if I can get my little thing here. 1 second. There we go. Now I'm not going to do much with this because, frankly, it is going to go only a short distance before it. That I was able to put a different chip inside of him to give him a little different personality, which I kind of liked. So there we go. You can see he's a little short, stoutier, looks a little more like Chopper from the Rebels TV series. So he will, you know, right now I think we've built 2 other droids. My wife built a droid, and I built a Christmas droid, just red and white and some green accents. And now this is our 3rd droid. Droids run for about $99, and you can go for the huge package and get like extra stuff with it. I went with the cheapest package. It's really great, and I love that I'm able to add him to the collection. So thank you very much for that. And then lastly, and again, if you've been watching my episodes, this isn't going to be nothing new. This item is the item that when I went into, on my last visit to the cantina, I opted for a certain beverage, and the beverage came with this certain item. So I am really happy to present to you with, it's going to have to take me a little bit of time here, so bear with me. Let me get this out here. 4 items. What are they? What are these 4 items? Well, it has to do with this. This item right here. It is the wood board with the Rancor teeth. Here's one drink. So this is a beer flight that you could get for those of you who had not watched the episode. And when you order this Rancor teeth beer flight, they come in with this wood board and with these Rancor teeth as for drinks. Which, on the one hand, it's nice, but you have to always hold them because if you try to put them down, what do you think happens? They fall. And so when you order the drink, they give you a their own version of this. They give you their own board with their own drinks. But when you're done, you can then they'll give you the box with a brand new board with 4 teeth stuck in it. So now I got to figure out a way to display this though, because I need to find I might have to move some things around here to get this in here, because this is too cool to not put on display. There it is, 4 drinks. Now I will say, of the 4 drinks, 3 of them were very good. I enjoyed them immensely, but there was one that was like a Gamorrean ale that had a grapefruit. The 4th one, it had a grapefruit hint. I'm not a big fan of grapefruit, so don't think it belongs in a beer. Then again, I'm also not a huge beer drinker, like the That's No Moon take off of the Blue Moon design shirt notwithstanding. I don't drink too much, but I did enjoy the flavors of the first 3. So you can go check out that episode. I did a whole episode. Well, I had an episode where I just kind of walked in and got the flight. Then I did another episode where I talked about a lot of the drinks in Oga's Cantina, and this is the item itself. There it is. Cool, wonderful display piece. So that will do it for this episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter. Share the channel out. Let people know about it. I just love sharing my love of Star Wars and Star Wars collecting with anyone who wants to hear and see it. And until next time, folks, may the Force and the toys be with you till the spire.